WNDRSOUL.
If you were like me when you were growing up and playing video games, you spent a lot of time renting and trying games out. I admit that I didn't have a large library of games growing up, but I didn't miss out on many titles because of places like Blockbuster, Movie Gallery, and so many other video rental stores. I remember the first summer I owned my Nintendo GameCube. I spent all of it renting and exchanging out GameCube games because Blockbuster had this unlimited game rental offer during that time. If I remember correctly, games were around $49.99 in American dollars. Now they're like $59.99, and with the next generation of consoles, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S, video games are going to cost up to $69.99 for brand new titles. Throw in the price of each of the console's online memberships, and you can easily spend over $100 a month just on one game and online services. Now, over the last decade or so, we have seen the rise of a few new approaches to gaming and entertainment, from video streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and so many more that allow you to stream directly to your home and/or devices exclusive TV shows and your favorite movies, to the explosion of free-to-play games on all platforms from mobile, PC, and consoles. Games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, Warzone, and so many more, and the list just goes on and on and on. Many of these free-to-play games have been really successful, love it or hate it. Now, for the consumer, the landscape has changed. Stores like Blockbuster have shut down due to streaming services, and with that also has come the end of renting video games with it. Gone are the days of late fees and being able to try out titles without making the full purchase and/or commitment. Digital media is here, and it looks like it's here to stay. Regardless of how you feel about digital versus physical media, it seems like our entertainment will more than likely come from subscription services of some kind or be downloaded straight off the internet. So why do I bring all of this up? The Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass combines two of the main features of what I just talked about. For one, it is a subscription service. Many of you will hear it is the, quote, Netflix of video games, offering over 100 titles on PC, Xbox consoles, and even cloud gaming that spreads across many devices like smartphones and tablets. And just starting at $9.99 a month, you get a ton of games anytime you want. From the comfort of your own home, you can browse the library of titles and pick and choose as many as you would like to play and experience. Don't like a title? Delete it. Find something else. Are you really hooked on one particular game? Keep it. Play it as much as you like. If you end up playing one full price game for up to 7 months, you have then just paid what that game alone would have cost you if you just would have bought it on its own and separately. Like Netflix and many other streaming services, the value is clear. Most Blu-rays cost around $19.99, and most full seasons of television shows can cost anywhere from $39.99 and up. For just $13.99, you get an enormous library of both and even exclusives. For just one movie and one season of a show, you could pay up to $60 a month. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I feel that Microsoft took a huge L this past generation with the Xbox One. The severe lack of exclusives just was too hard to ignore. I actually bought an Xbox One when it first released over the PlayStation 4, and then later in the cycle, I actually traded in my Xbox One and got a PlayStation 4. But with purchases of new studios and developers, I feel like they are already trying to course correct. But a loss is not a loss if you have learned a lesson. Microsoft was able to try out the digital market with a digital-only Xbox One, and as well as the beginning of the Xbox Game Pass, which has been a primary focus for this next-gen Xbox consoles. The Xbox Series X and the S, which is digital only. The Game Pass allows the Xbox to focus on backwards compatibility as well as value. Different perks come with the Game Pass when you bundle the Xbox Live Gold membership, the Xbox's online service. Also pair that with EA Play, which is EA's streaming services for titles like Madden, The Sims, and even Star Wars. Right now, you can actually get Disney Plus free for 30 days with Game Pass, so you can watch the new season of The Mandalorian. They promise to continue to add games and also give you exclusive access to day one titles. Upcoming exclusives at the time of this video are The Medium, Psychonauts 2, and of course, Halo Infinite. So I feel like the library will continue to grow and bring value to gamers of all kinds, all with the convenience of being a service that allows you to enjoy games at any time in so many places. One of the reasons I wanted to bring up free-to-play games is that I really think it changed the market when it comes to consumers and purchasing full-price games. With the success financially from so many free-to-play games this generation, it seems like consumers are going to look at full-price games and really weigh out their options and the value of purchasing a brand new game at full retail price. Many of these free-to-play games offer tons of replay value, have the looks and gameplay of many big third-party titles, plus they allow friends and family to play with one another more often due to the cost and the rise of cross-platform gaming. More people are likely to try out a free game rather than invest in something more expensive just off of word of mouth. Low risk, yet high reward. This allows consumers to invest in many other gaming accessories as well as in-game content, from DLC to season passes, as well as in-game items and cosmetics. We are able to flex our wallets more when we have the extra money to spend. More gamers are playing online and also streaming their gaming experiences on platforms like YouTube and Twitch, thus giving many the financial freedom to explore accessories like headsets, microphones, video capturing devices, etc. Basically, I'm saying that the market is prepared to welcome a service like Xbox Game Pass if the value is there. If you can get more for less and not miss out on many of the gaming experiences that you enjoy or look forward to, then why wouldn't you try it out? But forget the money right now when it comes to value, and let's just focus on the real value. Great games. Right now, the library is full, in my opinion, of great titles and experiences for everyone. At the time of this video, you can play games like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Doom Eternal, Gears 5 Ultimate, Age of Empires 2 Definite Edition, Rainbow Six Siege Deluxe Edition, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Forza, Horizon 4, Dead Cells, The Outer Worlds, Destiny 2, Untitled Goose Game, Celeste, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, No Man's Sky, Sea of Thieves, Minecraft Dungeons, The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, Hollow Knight, and of course, Halo, the Master Chief Collection, which features all of the Halo games, and plus so many more that I didn't even get a chance to list. Not everything is available on PC though, so be sure to check out what titles are, and if you want to try out Game Pass on the computer rather than the console. Now, if you have an Xbox, I'm sure you have or had tried Game Pass. It was said over 70% of the next-gen consoles, the Xbox Series X and S owners, have Xbox Game Pass. Many people I've spoken with who haven't bought a next-gen console yet, either because they're not ready to, lack of the ability to actually get one and get their hands on one right now, they say that they might go with the PlayStation 5 because, well, the exclusives, or because they already game on their PC. That's fine. This isn't about PlayStation or Xbox. Whatever you like is fine. But if you do go for the PlayStation 5 and you have a PC, it is still worth trying out the Game Pass for the sheer value alone. And if you have an Xbox or plan to get the Series X or the Series S, then this is an absolute must-have. If you are getting neither new console and you game on PC, this is still worth checking out. Look, I started off this video with thinking back to renting games at my local Blockbuster. One of the reasons I enjoyed renting games and movies was the ability to try new experiences without having to spend so much money or having to pick only one game. One of the funny things was that I used to even pick some movies or games just off of the cover art alone. And I know we all have memories of trying something we never heard of or was not even on our radars and falling in love with that experience. Many people on YouTube and the internet in general will give you their opinion and tell you something is good or bad. With services like Game Pass, you are able to try a ton of video games you have heard so much about, whether it's good or bad, and make up your own mind for yourself. If anything in this video interested you, there's a link for the Game Pass in the description below. Check it out and tell me what you think about the Netflix of video games. Also, if you have Game Pass, tell me what you're playing and let me know what favorite titles I forgot to mention in this video. But be sure to subscribe for new content every week. And if you liked this video, drop a thumbs up or down if you didn't. Just be sure to tell me how I can improve. But until the next time, guys, thank you for your support and I will talk to you later.
WNDRSOUL.